You know the feeling, right? You're doing something you've done 1,000 times, and you think, this time I'm going to do it perfectly. Every option checked, every step just so, and then it all just grinds to a halt. It is one of the most maddening things for anyone in tech, and today we are getting to the bottom of one of those exact mysteries.
So let's just jump right in. We're looking at a super specific but really common scenario. Installing Windows Server. The big question is, why does trying to be extra thorough and do everything by the book sometimes backfire and leave you staring at a progress bar that feels like it's moving backward? It's a puzzle for sure, but the answer is pretty fascinating.
Okay, so let's set the scene. Imagine you're spinning up a new Windows Server virtual machine, maybe on Proxmox. You want this to be efficient, you want a totally clean build, so you decide, hey, I'm going to load all the drivers I need right from the get-go. No fussing around after the first boot. It sounds like the perfect plan, doesn't it? And the logic here, it's totally solid. You load the storage driver, obviously, so the installer can actually see the disk, and then you load the network driver, so the machine is online and ready to rock the second it boots up. One setup, one pass, and bam, a fully configured system. This is what doing it right looks like. Except that's not what happens at all. Instead of that quick, clean install you were hoping for, the whole process just drags. It's not totally broken, but it is painfully sluggish. You get these weird pauses, and the whole thing takes way, way longer than it should. It's confusing, it's frustrating, and it makes you think, what on earth did I do wrong? All right, so this is where we put on our detective hats. When something doesn't make any sense, what do? You try it again, but you change one little thing. And that second attempt is exactly where we find the big clue that cracks this whole case wide open. And here it is, plain as day. Look at the difference. On the left, our complete install, the one with both the storage and the network drivers, was super sluggish. But on the right, the minimal install, where we only loaded the essential storage driver, it was fast, it was smooth. The only thing that changed was that one network driver. Now, your first thought might be, okay, the network driver must be slow or buggy. But that doesn't really add up, does it? I mean, a single standard driver shouldn't slow down the entire installation like that. The problem isn't the driver itself. It's something else the driver is doing. And it turns out we're not the first to run into this. If you start digging around online, you find this kind of quiet agreement, this secret workflow that people have figured out. Not from reading a manual, but from good old-fashioned, hard-won experience. Here's the first thing you see. It's a really clear, simple process. Just get the OS installed with only the storage driver, and then, and only then, do you worry about installing all the other stuff like networking once you're safely at the desktop. It feels like an extra step, but people swear by it. And here's another one, saying pretty much the same thing. It's become a habit for a lot of pros. The community has basically learned that if you want a clean, predictable install, you keep it simple. Let Windows get onto the disk first, and then you can let it see the rest of the world. So a clear pattern starts to emerge. The collective wisdom here isn't about some hidden registry hack. It's just about changing the order of operations. It's about staying in control and avoiding any unwelcome surprises from the installer. So if the driver itself isn't the problem, what is? Well, the real culprit, the actual source of all this slowness, is what that network driver gives the Windows installer access to, the internet. This right here is the absolute key to the entire mystery. That Virtual I/O network driver, which is just a super common driver for virtual machines, it isn't the bottleneck. The bottleneck is all the extra work that Windows decides to start doing all on its own the very second it detects a live internet connection during setup. So what is Windows actually doing behind your back? Well, as soon as it gets online, the installer starts checking for updates, it starts hunting for other drivers, it pulls down the latest Defender definitions, it syncs policies. It's trying to be helpful, by getting the system totally up to date for you. But all of this help is happening in the background, and it just grinds the main installation to a crawl. This comment from the community just hits the nail on the head. The internet connection itself is the variable that changes everything. It turns a simple local installation into this complex online process. That first complete install wasn't just installing Windows, it was also downloading a bunch of stuff without telling you. Okay, so now we know why this happens. Let's talk about the fix. And the solution, well, it feels a little backwards, honestly. It's almost like we have to take a step back in order to move forward faster.
And there you have it, the most efficient, most predictable, and ultimately the fastest way to install Windows in this situation is to intentionally do less during the initial setup. By keeping the installer offline, you force it to just do one job and do it well. So this is the superior workflow, the one you can use right now. First, install Windows using only the storage driver. Keep it offline. Second, let it boot all the way to the desktop. And third, from that stable, controllable environment, you decide when to install the network driver and run Windows Update. You're back in control.
This really frames the choice perfectly. On the one hand, you've got what looks like upfront convenience, letting Windows make all the decisions for you, which, as we've seen, leads to unpredictable and slower results. On the other hand, you have long-term control. It takes a couple extra manual steps, but in return, you get a process that is consistent, fast, and repeatable every single time. And in any professional setting, that predictability is pure gold.
Ultimately, this whole thing really just boils down to a fundamental choice that we are constantly making in the tech world. Do you give up control for the promise of convenience, or do you maintain control to guarantee predictability? In this case, keeping it simple and staying in the driver's seat is the clear winner. And honestly, that's a lesson that applies to a whole lot more than just a Windows install.